Election day is coming. Do you know who is running to be your advisory neighborhood commissioner? My name is Janelle Alexander from DC North Star, and we interviewed several candidates, and they're going to tell you a little bit about what their platforms are. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Carley. I'm running for the elected position at ANC for BO1.
How are you today?
Fine, how are you doing?
Great, great. So, what is the most important issue facing your single-member district, and how do you intend to address it?
That's a hard question because there's so many interrelated issues. Infrastructure, parking, affordable housing. If I have to pick one, I would say affordable housing. By getting regulations either improved or creating new ones, making sure that our senior citizens are taken care of, especially ones that want to stay in the city. I think that the rent's very high here, very high. So I'd like to have some some places where you could have a more affordable rents. And right now it's like $1,200, $2,400 a month. That's really high in this area. So I'd like to find places where you could get multi-unit housing down to a more $700 or more reasonable level.
Okay. So what are your thoughts on the pace of the city's development? And you can answer that in regards to Walter Reed development, Takoma, or the city's comprehensive plan.
Well, as regard to Walter Reed, it's going on. Well, that's a long-term thing. The pace is probably going as well as it can be expected because that's a 20-year lead out. I think Tacoma's overdeveloped already. I think we have a lot of demographics. There's a lot of building already in Takoma. There's a lot of concentration of pedestrians and residents. In particular, the Takoma Metro project I'm kind of leery about, because I think there's a lot of density already there. I don't know if it's necessary or warranted, but I understand that people, the powers that be, want those types of projects because it's great for the tax base and whatnot. But like I said, I think Tacoma's a little bit too overdeveloped, too developed now, and I think it needs to be more development. As far as where's the other one?
Comprehensive plan.
The comprehensive plan, I think it needs work. As a matter of fact, the ANC, I am the current ANC commissioner for BO1, and I think that the current comprehensive plan, although well-intentioned, needs work. I think it's a little weighted too much to developers, and I think we have to find a balance.
So the commission struggles to work together at times. How will you work with the residents and other commissioners when there's a contentious issue?
Well, you do by patience, listening, counting to 10 sometimes. I was the chair for last year, and I tried to hold the proceedings with patience, kindness, and deference. I think that's what we need more of. I think it's not really well, right now we have a winner-take-all mentality when it comes to politics, and there's something lost, I think, in the little incremental progress that you used to get from compromising with your opponents or with the people that you don't agree with. And I think I'd like to go back to something like that. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So how do you plan to keep residents informed about issues?
Well, I do that by listserv. I do a lot of flyers. I haven't done too many SMD meetings, but I plan to do so if reelected. Usually I find SMD meetings, although a lot of my colleagues tout them, they're very poorly attended. Usually you can get more bang for your buck by doing the listserv and the flyers and telling them to come to ANC meetings. I have a very active constituency, so they call me when something's wrong. So I plan to take that tack, continue that tack, and also probably a few SMB meetings, because a few things like the Metropolitan Bike Trail, I probably should be more engaged with the constituents, and I will do so. And but other than that, yeah, electronic media and word of mouth. Okay.
Why are you the best person for the job, and why should your neighbors vote for you?
Well, because they have in the past. This will be my third campaign and my third election. My predecessor broke it to me this way. She said, "Andre, you go to all the meetings, you testify at the council, you talk to the constituents, talk to your neighbors. Only thing you're not, you don't have the title of ANC." So I said, "Okay, well, I did it." So, and I think I'm well known in the community. I know the players on the council and on the various agencies, DOJ, MPD, CSOSA, DOH, DC, Ward 3 and 4 Prevention Center. So I think, and DPW, and of course DCRA. I think I am uniquely qualified because I know all the people to talk to.
And last question, what is your favorite thing to do to relax or just enjoy yourself in the city?
I like to walk around. Yeah, well, when my back's not bothering me, I love to walk around. So I love the city. I've been here. I wasn't born here, but I've lived here since I was 5 years old. My father was transferred here in the Army in 1960. And so on and off, I've been here all my life. A little bit of traveling, but other than that, I'm a DC resident. And you know, I love the area. This little piece of, people always tell me that this place is like the most well-kept secret in DC, because you know all the hustle and bustle on the Georgia Avenue corridor. I live right around the corner on 9th and Geranium, and it's like quiet, like Leave It to Beaver type, you know. And that's what we were like kids, and we were like playing around all over the place. And yeah, that's what I like to do. But I am concerned about development on the Upper Georgia Avenue corridor. I want a little balance. I'm afraid that we're tilting too much towards the entertainment district, and I think that's a bad way to go, since I remember in the 70s and 80s and a little bit of the 90s, there was this was a highly regarded night out place. There was a lot of gentlemen's clubs and theaters, I mean not theaters, but go-go clubs and stuff like that up here. And I see, when I walk late at night, a lot of the entertainment spots that close at 2 or 3 in the morning, depending on the day. I get that feeling again that it's coming back. And I don't have anything against entertainment clubs. I don't have anything against that, but I do want to have a balance, because I think you should balance it with more amenities. You know, a coffee shop. I'm into comic books. I like comic books. Comic book store. Maybe one of those low-end gyms, you know, where people can come. Something, maybe a small, well, I would say a small grocery, but I think once they decide what they're going to have at Walter Reed, that'll be a moot point. But more, maybe a little auto shop, or what do they call it, like Ace Hardware, something like that. Would be, because that's how it was when I was a kid. You know, all along Georgia Avenue corridor, you had hardware stores. There were the Rodmans up on where the Strip is now, and a lot of family eating places that closed at a reasonable hour. You had a few nightclubs, yeah, but that's okay. You know, you had 2 or 3. But you know, nowadays, when I get an application, or comes to my desk, or someone says I want to open up a restaurant, they always want the maximum hours of operation. They want to be able to sell until 2 a.m. on the weekdays and 3 a.m. on the weekends, and then they want dancing and entertainment and music. And to me, that's not a restaurant. They're buying, you know, they're the de facto nightclubs. And I think we should curtail that. If you want a restaurant, be a restaurant.